Welcome back to Title Talk with Luba, where we break down real estate title insurance and the issues that can quietly delay or derail a closing if you're not paying attention. Today, I want to talk directly to owners and sellers of multifamily properties in New York because this is something we're seeing more often than you might think. Let's talk about when government records don't match and why that matters. Here's the scenario. A seller believes they own a three-family property. The Department of Building shows the property as a three-family. Everything seems straightforward, but then title work is ordered and the Department of Finance shows the property as a five-family. Now we have a problem. In New York, title companies rely on county and city recording systems. And for most boroughs, that system is ACRIS, which is the official land records database. And here's the key point every seller needs to understand. We cannot override ACRIS. We cannot override the Department of Finance records. Even if the Department of Building says one thing, ACRIS and the Department of Finance control how the property is classified for title, tax, and transfer purposes. Why does this matter? Because when the Department of Finance classifies a property as a five-family, the seller is treated as selling a five-unit property, not three. That can mean higher transfer tax, different tax treatment, different underwriting requirements, additional scrutiny from lenders, and in some cases, delayed or renegotiated closings. This is not something that can be fixed at the table. Another important distinction, ACRIS is not the same as the Department of Buildings. DOB classifications reflect zoning, certificates of occupancy, and building use. ACRIS reflects recorded deeds, tax lot data, and finance records, and those records control title insurance. And for those of you in Richmond County, keep in mind that borough does not use ACRIS, which is why this issue shows up differently there. So what does this mean for sellers? It means early review is critical. If you're thinking about selling a multifamily property, especially one that has been altered, converted, or used differently over time, you need your title company involved early, not after a contract is signed. Because once we uncover a discrepancy like this, the seller may be responsible for costs they were not expecting. At Exclusive Land Services, this is exactly why we dig deep before closing day. We don't just insure title. We identify risk, explain it clearly, and help prevent last-minute surprises. Because in New York real estate, what's on record matters, even when it doesn't match reality. That's all for today's episode of Title Talk with Luba. At Exclusive Land Services, we're not just keeping up, we're leading the way. Because when it comes to real estate, you don't want to wait for the future. You want to close with it. If you have any questions about multifamily properties, title issues, or record discrepancies, visit www.exclusivelandservices.com and place your order today. Until next time, stay confident, stay curious, and remember, the future doesn't wait, and neither should you. I'm Luba, and this was Title Talk.